There we are. Just to adjust that. I think that's right. I daren't touch it because she'll tell me off. Do you know, I am not a techie person, full stop, and I'm not. And so, don't know if I'm cut out to do this. There we go. If anybody has joined us, I just hope that you can hear us and you can see us. Dean Kennedy, how's it? Can you hear me, mate? That's all I need to know. We got to get the technical parts right to make sure that our viewers can see. If you can give me a thumbs up, or if you can just let me know. I know there's always a delay on these live streams, but it's brilliant that we're able to can hear you fine, John. Dean, thanks very much, mate. I hope you're well and I hope you're doing good. We just get adjusted here. I haven't even got a bottle of water. Maybe I'll get one. Do I get one now? Do I leave the live stream? Maybe somebody will get me one. I don't know. I need one. I need some water, definitely. Bear with me a second, okay? We'll call this an interlude. Well, I'm back. Well, thanks for joining the live stream. Not quite sure what the time is. I've got my water. I'm ready to go. I don't know who else has actually joined us. I apologise for that. Let's just get the screen up here now so I can actually get some light on the matter. Thanks for joining the Saturday morning live stream. We're going to be bringing these live streams on a regular basis. We got there. One order. I'm going to get my glasses on. I'm just going to read. It's always out of common courtesy. Let's have a look. We've got Juan Aldra. Juan, good morning. I hope you're well. Fantastic Latin name. I don't know if you've noticed lately, we've been doing, with Eloy, my work colleague, we've been doing some streams and on Instagram in Spanish. And we want to reach out to that Latin community. So if you want to help us with that, I always say, I always put a call out and say, if anybody wants to help us with anything when it comes to that, soy Juan Polo, soy Joy, John Roberts, so de English. Hey, good to see you, Juan. So I got my friend Eloy working with me all the way from Chile. He doesn't travel in every day because it would cost a fair bit and I couldn't pay for the traveling expenses. No, seriously, we got to start this live stream by saying a big thank you to ITS, the tool people that are tool people. They are a very, very good company. And if you happen to order some tools with ITS, they are a supporter and associated with Landscape and Survival and the Saturday morning live stream. So a big thank you to Ben and Richie and the rest of the guys at ITS. So, and just remember, when you're ordering, you can actually, there is a Johnyboy promo code, and it is Johnyboy. It's as simple as that. So you'll get your little free gift. And massive thanks to ITS for getting involved with these live streams, because they really, you know, the reason I started these live streams is about valuing the landscaping community. We've got a great option with the technology we have now with all the social platforms to get the information out there quick and easy and share our knowledge. It's so important to share our knowledge. So massive thank you to ITS for doing this in association and coming up with that promo code. It's always good to talk to Ben and Richie. If you haven't seen any of the ITS stuff, go on their YouTube account. Some wonderful tools on there, and they're always guaranteed to give you the best product. Just reading what everyone says there. John Ward's just joined us. Hope you're all well. John, we never spoke. I would love to have got you on here this morning. We've got a couple of guests joining us this morning. I think there's possibly three guests that will be joining us this morning. Don't forget mine, ITS, you can order 7 days a week. And if you order before 7 p.m., you'll get your product the next day. ITS, go to the website, www.its.co.uk. Hey, it's not easy doing these live streams, simply because I'm not a real motor mouth. I'm just here to help people to promote good dialogue. So, and that's what we've got this morning. We've got 3 guests coming on, talking about various things. Let them explain to you what they will want to be talking about. I'll introduce them to you and they can tell you a little bit about them. I'll give you a call in the week and arrange the next time. No problem, John. Hey, guess what I did last week? Guess what I done, John? This is me. I'm a complete donut when it comes to Andrew Kellum joining. How's it going, Andy? Good morning. Been watching what you've sent us. If you need any help with any video editing stuff and any internet stuff, Andy Kellum's watching this live stream, is an absolute genius when it comes to that sort of stuff. Really like what you've done, Andy. Really, really appreciate it. I was a numpty last week, a complete donut, right? And what I actually done, the reason that the live stream didn't get out straight away was because when I was extracting my phone from the tripod, and it was Alison's tripod, we'll blame it on her because my tripod is absolutely perfect. And what it done is I actually deleted the live stream. But I've got to say a massive thanks to Google. They were on it. I mean, if I tell you something, they were brilliant. I went on to Studio. You've got Studio if you've got a YouTube account. Went on to Studio and I can see it now. There's like a little help. There's a little help button. Just click on that and they answered straight away. It was absolutely fantastic. And they were able to send me a link and we got the live stream up. They don't delete it in their background, but I had deleted it when I was getting the phone. Just going to move on now. We've got people joining us at the moment. Good to see. Just want to show you one thing. So I've been talking about for some time now about visualization and getting the imagery out there and getting out there on time and what's the best thing to do. So I'm just going to possibly get this out now. Let me just show you now. We're in the office. Bear with me because this is the exciting part. So this is what we use. This is what we use when I'm going to do this quick because we will have a caller coming in this morning. We've got time at the moment. Just going to show you. We've got a call coming in at 10:45. But this is what I actually use when we finish the jobs, okay? And people always say, the thing is about the phone, using the phone, is you're getting your content out there quick. You're downloading it, you're uploading it to your computer, and you're making those videos quick. You can get it out there, and it's about convenience. But this is what we actually use when we finish the job. Alison is an absolute exceptional photographer, and I don't know why, but women, they're just brilliant. So this is the Canon 80D. It's just a standard lens on there. I have got another lens, probably £2,500 worth of kit. This comes with an LCD screen, very simple to use. And the beauty of this, you can look at that and you can actually see what you're doing. Unlike the GoPros, for me, I have to wear these and I have to look down and I'm trying to figure out which is the right one. And we know GoPro is absolutely fantastic. We're not knocking it, but certainly for me to get that content out there, it's not always best with the GoPro. And if I'm doing the time lapse, I've got to come back. I've got to put put it in the back. For some people, it's simple, but when you've been working all day and you come in and you've got SPR on your fingers, you wash your hands off and everything. You're tired. You got dust in your hair, and you go on there and. We've got Phil joined us. Good morning, Phil. And you go on here and you've got to load it up and then share it to your cloud and you've got to share the file. It is a full-time job in itself. And that's the reason I use the phone. So there's a Canon 80D, an absolutely fantastic camera. There's no ifs or buts about it. It does the job. But we use these after. People don't necessarily want it. Your customers don't want to see all those before shots. It would absolutely bore them to tears. Totally. So the other day I was talking for a while now with Alison about, I'm going to share this with you. It's quite personal. This is I've been talking about getting another smaller camera because this is a big weighty camera, isn't it? Like, there's a lot of weight in there. So what I've done is I've been going on and looking on YouTube and looking at all the other cameras. So for my birthday, I was over the moon and I actually got this. It's a proper vlog camera, a Sony ZV-1. There we are. Okay, and the reason I like this because this is what I feel with a Canon in an office space, and the sound was absolutely fine. But when you're out and about, you've got to use these Rode mics, and they are good. But with the Sony, the pros and cons, and the pros with this one, it's got a built-in audio as well. It'll pick it up on the top. That's a little muffler on there, so that'll stop all the wind distorting the sound, the audio. So we're going to be using this, and it came with this little handheld vlogging stick there, and you can control your camera from there. And I tell you now, I'm not in panic, but I've got to get used to it. You can go online, you can check out YouTube on how to use these things, but the fact is that it's always difficult. Good morning, Jack. Thanks for joining. Good to see Jack on here, and Phil just joined us as well, Andy Kellum. So we're all geared up, we're all good to go, and I've got to say, I will be changing my phone from an Android to an iPhone. Yeah, after all these years, I've decided to make the change. I've taken Alison's advice and listening to all the information out there about the iPhone and how good it is, how good the camera is. I've decided that I'm actually going to use an iPhone. Hey, look at my nice new clean shirt. Alison had me ready this morning. I've had a shave, got my hair done, and I'm all looking sharp and everything. But you know, it's having all the gear and no idea when it comes to using these tools. It's incredible. I'll get there without a shadow of doubt. We got John Ward says pricing will be a good talking point. We charge the rate to allow us to buy the best products, and labour allow for little extras and don't charge. That goes down with the customers. Yeah, John's made a valid point there. You know, if you're growing your business, at the end of the day, your customer has to pay for whatever you're using for you to enable you to complete the job that you're doing. Yeah, I think John makes a valid point there. And certainly with your equipment, you've got to start increasing your pricing so you can actually start delivering in a more concise and efficient way when you're doing those jobs. So, John, that is absolutely a must. I think that was an absolute valid point, and that's great feedback. That's what these live streams are about. You know, if you can work on a job, for example, your next 2 jobs or your next 3 jobs, say for instance a new Ruby, it does work. Samsung S21 Ultra, mate, is my phone. 100 times zoom. Don't leave the dark side, mate. So John Ward, yeah, John, I've been used to this Samsung for some time, but I'm going to be joining a new social media platform, and it's called Clubhouse. You have to have an invitation, and I've had an invitation, but you can't join it unless you have an iPhone. You got, because they won't allow the iPhone. You've got to have the app to download, and it won't do it with an Android. I've checked it out on YouTube. If anyone else can give me any information about that and tell me what you actually think, but I'll be joining Clubhouse. I'm letting it out now, letting my secrets out there. I've been on this for some time now, and it's been about 6 months, and now I've had my invitation to join Clubhouse. It's a new social media platform. It's about audio. You're able to go onto platforms and into certain rooms, and you get invited to talk. And as you know, I've always got plenty to talk about. Always appreciate what you guys do. Just go back to the channel. Appreciate all your comments. It doesn't matter about if you ask questions. If I can help, I will. Ryan Dewsnip says, our average landscaping, paving, decking, fencing, etc. jobs very profitable. Oh, yeah, there we are. So we're having a couple of questions. Are they very profitable? Thanks for the content. On average, landscaping, paving, decking jobs, etc. Jobs that are very profitable. Thanks. Well, all jobs should be profitable, shouldn't they? You know, when you're giving your time, your biggest asset you'll have in your life is your time, and your time shouldn't be cheap. It's as simple as that. You know, whatever you're doing, you're creating these businesses to help in a service industry. You want to help your client. You want them to progress, and you want them to heading in the right way, and they're going to have to pay for it. So all of it should be profitable. No job should be any more profitable than any other job. The only difference that will make it, whether it's profitable or not, will be you. It's as simple as that. So all those jobs that you mentioned should be profitable. Get my glasses on. Kuram's just joined us. Kuram, good morning, mate. How are you? Kuram Chowdhury. Yeah, I would go. Just going to go that there. I need text that then. He lost it. Yeah. Another reason not to use Clubhouse, if they are Apple exclusive, too much of an echo chamber for the teach. I'm going to read that back later. Isn't the best. Kurum, I'd love to talk to you about that. Thanks very much. John Ward says, yeah, joking apart, use what you feel is good for you, whether it iPhone, Samsung. Much appreciate your time spent helping us. John, I appreciate those words. Thank you very much. Phil Shaw says, always used Apple, couldn't change to Android, would feel like I am cheating on my wife. Really, Phil, do you have to really take that out? There's no way you're cheating on your wife because you're using an Android. Kurum says they're tech even. First call. Here we go. First call. Let's see if we can get this right. Over to here. Press audio. Good morning.
Morning, John Boy. Can you hear it?
I certainly can. I got to introduce you straight away, and I know who it is. It's Clive Drummond and Matt Court of Bud's Landscaping. Did I get that right?
Yeah, you did. How are you?
Do you know, it's great because it's going right. It's going right. Good to hear from you, Clive. And how are you, Matt?
Yeah, not so bad, not so bad. You're looking sharp this morning.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I got to say, do you know, Matt, I could say very quickly, and I know you want to talk now, but over the years, as a young lad, working in this industry, up and down the country, different places, the biggest problem I ever had wasn't my accent. It was my stunning, good, handsome looks with my confidence always perplexed people, and I think they got a little bit jealous, to be honest. Hey, good to join.
Is that how you got away with the lack of knowledge?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it just puts them off and sends them in a different direction. How are you guys this morning?
Very good. It's a nice spring light day out there. It's a bit chilly, but yeah, it's lovely.
Well, just to let you know, guys, you've got 19 live viewers at the moment, 20 live viewers. It'll go up and down. Lots of questions will be coming in. If we can't answer them, we can't answer them, but we will get back to them. I'm going to let you run with this. Just tell the viewers now watching, they're watching this live stream, who you guys are, what you do, and what you intend to do. What's in the pipeline for you guys?
Okay, yeah. So, sorry, Clive here. I'm just going to start off. Obviously, you know that we run Bud's Landscaping. Matthew's had the company for many years now. Successful southern-based landscaping company. And in the last few years, we've sort of been banging our heads together because it's always been his company and we've always wanted to do something together. So we came up with the idea of launching a website which is called inmyyard.co.uk, and essentially it's a trades-based website for buying and selling materials, machinery, tools, equipment, basically everything sort of trades related. But it's not just for tradespeople, it's for sort of DIYers, anyone really that kind of can sort of buy and sell those particular items. So we're sort of on the fringe. We've been working on it for about 2 years now. So a lot of hard slog has gone into it in amongst running a landscaping business, which you know only too well is quite demanding. So but being the sort of media expert you are, John, we'll have to pick your brains in terms of pushing our business forward. But yeah, so in terms of the business itself, I mean, it is live now. We haven't, if you like, officially launched, but you can actively go on there. People are starting to put listings on there. We're starting to sign up a couple of companies because there is a commercial side to it as well. If you've got a business that sort of sells any of those items I've listed, sort of materials, machinery, tools, equipment, you can have your own shop and you can actually link it to your website,
right,
and all your social media. So it's quite sort of interactive from that point of view. And yeah, we're very excited to kind of get it out there and see what people think.
Clive, I tell you what, mate, how does Matt put up with you? Because you never come up for air there, did you? No, seriously, guys. No, listen.
Well trained.
for all the viewers that are watching this, because this will go out later on as well. I know Clive and Matt. I've met them at. Well, I met you at the Barley Awards, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah.
A while ago, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, listen, I'm just going to go back there a little bit because without being disrespectful, Matt, Clive, you run away with that. So you got a landscaping business and you're based down near Guildford, aren't you?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
In the sort of Surrey, Hampshire border. That's right, John.
So on the back of this business now, you've decided to start a new business. It's taken 2 years, and I can understand how difficult it is and how important the time that you have to put into creative business. And things just don't kick off straight away, do they? You've got to work at these things, haven't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you've basically got this new website now, okay, and it's incorporating everything, landscaping, tools, materials, etc. And it's a place where a landscaper like myself, which I can have my little platform within your website, and I can sell some of my old products or new products, or
Yeah, I mean, it can be your old products, or you know what it's like. You have to order whole pallets of stuff. You might have 10 slabs left over, but you had to buy the whole pallet. Well, they could be useful for, you know, a DIYer, or someone's doing a little area in front of a shed or a summer house. They don't want to go to the builder's merchants and pay top whack. You don't want to throw them away. You don't want them to sit in your yard going green and getting chipped. You can sell them for a couple of quid. It's money in your back pocket.
Yeah, and that's, do you know, Matt, that's absolutely brilliant, because, you know, when you're looking for, say, for instance, you've got a customer that wants maybe to match in some existing paving, and you'd want to buy a pack from your local merchants, but you can go onto your website and can you do a post on there and ask people, like, has anybody got any Argent paving, or, you know, some sort of, you know, utility paving, and they'll be able to source it from there, won't they?
I mean, there isn't that facility in that people can kind of put out there what they want, but that is something we are going to be bringing on to it shortly. But in terms of, we actually, funny enough, as you can imagine, we've got a yard full of lots of stuff. So there's loads of leftover bits and pieces, paving blocks, etc., to go on there, and some that are already on there that will give you a good idea of what you can do basically with the site. There is a live chat facility on there, and as I mentioned with the store facility, we've utilised it as landscapers to put some leftover bits on there. So you don't have to be a commercial setup to use the store facility, but we just think, I suppose, looking at it subjectively, the basic membership and the top, what we call top trader membership, are a little bit better suited to sort of everyday tradespeople. And I should say the basic option gives you a couple of adverts for free, and everybody loves a freebie, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd tell you what would be good, Clive, you know, because we could talk till we're blue in the face on here. We're going to carry on with this for a moment now, right? But wouldn't it be good for you guys maybe to sort of do a short video? Would video be good to sort of explain what you guys actually do?
Yeah, I mean, we are planning to do that in the foreseeable. But as you can imagine, obviously it's been quite testing times with the whole COVID, trying to keep working. We've just been busy, you know, that's purely and simple. Just been busy. We will do it, and hopefully it'll be imminently.
Well, Matt, can I maybe give you some advice there?
Certainly.
Yeah, what I would say, and I'll be totally honest with you, is that what we got to remember is that the old corporate image of producing video content or adverts is gone. You know, what people are able to do now, they're able to pick up their phone and people scroll through. And I've made a habit now of not looking back. I only look what's coming up. And I think what you guys should do, and this is my opinion now, and, you know, some people may think that it may not be the right thing to do, but if I was you, I'd get Clive to sort of film you, or you film Clive, and when Clive's doing some work, and say, hi guys, it's Clive here from Buds, we're on this project here in Guildford today, laying some driveway, blah blah blah. Just want to tell you a little bit about our new business. Our new business is In My Yard. That's what it's called, isn't it? In My Yard.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, so you just say it's called In My Yard. It's a site where you can do this, and you know you can open your own shop on there, and you can sell all your old products on there, and some tools or whatever. But I think if you started producing content like that, what you got to remember is, how long would it take, Clive, literally, to do a 30-second video? It wouldn't take long, would it?
30 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what I'm saying.
That would be a trick question.
But what you've got to remember, Clive, is that if anybody knows about this, if you don't make a noise, you won't make a sale. You don't necessarily.
100%.
Yeah, you can have a corporate video, and I'm trying to give you some advice now, and you can tell me to shut up at any point. But I don't think that Alison this morning said to me, she always says, go and have a shave, look sharp, look smart and everything. And yeah, I can do because it's Saturday morning, but I always ask myself the question when I'm on site and I haven't got my branded gear on and I've got dust in my hair. But there's something real and organic about that video, and
it's not staged, is it?
No, not at all, Matt, not at all. But do you guys, tell me, what do you actually think of this? Do you think it's a good idea?
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see Matt in front of the camera, showing us some leftover slabs. He loves being in front of the camera. But, joking aside, funny enough, it is something that we've talked about. And obviously our social media to date has been, a fair amount of sort of, if you like, corporate stuff. But we started to sort of bring in the other tradespeople, and we're very keen to sort of have our platform for the trades community, if you like. We don't, and obviously it is all trades, not just landscaping, but obviously we're focusing a bit more on the landscaping today. But any tradespeople can use it to sort of buy or sell whatever they want to. But yeah, you're totally right, John. We want to be, if you like, more men of the people, because we work in the trades industry. We're not sort of the corporate ivory tower people that have just set up a website to take people's money. We're landscaping.
You're one of them, aren't you?
And in my yard by night, if you like.
Yeah, you're one of them, and it's more relatable, isn't it? So when you start producing something, but it doesn't mean to say that you can't produce a corporate video that's always there. But it's those. I'll be honest with you. I think if you have you heard of a guy called Gary V or Gary Vaynerchuk?
Yeah, rings a bell.
Well, Gary V, I mean, there's nothing the guy doesn't know about social media. He's taken, businesses and he's turned them into multi-billion-pound businesses. And I'll be honest, he carries the same ethos as I carry. If you don't make a noise, you won't make a sale. Now, you could, like I said, you can produce a corporate video that can get out there, that will always be there. But it doesn't mean to say, that you produce those videos when you're in work, when you're getting loaded in the back of the van, and it carries credibility. That's the thing about it. It carries trust and worthiness, and this is what your potential client base is going to buy into. Now, we're not talking about the clients that you actually work for, but your clients in the contracting industry as such.
Yeah, this is it. And your people will see when they go onto the website that there are sort of three core reasons behind the website. The one is bringing the trades community together, sort of people helping each other. The second is sort of people sort of making money, saving money, doing what they can. And the last bit really is obviously to try and do something in terms of the environment. I mean, a lot goes into landfill and a lot of things get wasted in our industry, and it's just kind of taking that pause before you throw something away to think,
Clive,
I could get a few quid for this.
Clive, I love that. I absolutely love it. The part when you said it's about helping a community, right? So straight away, you've identified your just cause and your being, what you're doing, because, have you heard of the Golden Circle, Matt and Clive?
Yeah.
Well, the Golden Circle is about how we do it and what we do and why we do it. And companies work from the outside in, and you've just delivered it perfectly from the inside out, from the heart, from the core. You say what you're doing. You're there to help. You've seen a problem. You can actually help the community by providing them with a service and some products that they're actually looking for. And at the same time, they can help themselves as well by reducing their product. Do you know, guys, I know I'm talking now, but I recognize what you're doing and I really value this. I remember when Andy worked for me nearly 20 years, and I say, oh, Anne, just chuck those bricks on. We use them on this job now. So we start a job, 3 weeks, 2-week job, and we'd end up bringing the same bricks back for 2 years. It was the same bricks. And why didn't I just put them on why wasn't there a site like yours where I could have put those bricks on there and some local guy could have come and picked them up and made use of them? Rather, what you said, like the recycling it and helping the environment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, so it's a sort of a few different ideas mixed together that we've had, and I mean, fundamentally, as you say, John, it's all about sort of as a community, everyone helping each other. I mean, we know obviously in these sort of COVID times, thankfully, the sort of trades community's been able to crack on by and large, but it doesn't mean that people haven't been affected financially. So everyone sort of needs a few more pennies, and hopefully our site will be able to help them to achieve that.
Look, I'm not gonna ask you to go anywhere now, but let's just for our benefit, our viewers, we've got 26 live viewers, which is absolutely fantastic on a Saturday morning that people are tuning in now, right? But let's just plug your website now. Look, I'm going to have a look at your landscaping website. Let's plug the landscaping website, and let's plug your new business. Let's just get this over to these people. There's a lot of people watching now and commenting now at the moment, guys, and you'll be able to watch this. So if Matt would like to tell us about just what the contact details for Buds, and maybe yourself, Clive, can tell us again In My Yard and where they are and how they can find it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously in terms of sort of the Buds landscaping, funnily enough, we're just doing a brand new website at the moment, so that's a separate issue, if you like. In My Yard's our focus. But, I mean, people can find us on Facebook, just Buds Landscaping is our page, and there's also Buds Artificial Lawns page, because we do a lot of artificial lawns. So that's the sort of the landscaping side. Matthew could tell me a bit more about his business, or rather tell you. You've had it how long? 25 years?
Probably 25 years after studying at Maryswood College, which I don't know if anyone's familiar with.
Yes.
But I did a three-year course there. Sort of set my business up in the middle year, and then sort of learned all the plants, learned the whole shebang, and then just took it in the direction of construction, really, sort of the paving, the driveways, the gardens. I dipped my toe into a bit of planting, but not a great deal. You've got to be doing it day in, day out. So, yeah, that's what we specialise in. We're not jack of all trades. We try and stick to what we know, really, and, knock out a half-decent job.
Have you enjoyed it, Matt, over the years? And are you still enjoying it after 25 years?
In the first instance, I really enjoyed it. And then a few years ago, I hit a bit of a wall. We got up to like 9 guys, which is not massive.
It's enough.
But then the mistakes started happening, the breakages. And for a couple of years, I was a bit lost. I wouldn't say depressed, but it just got to me. You know, the quality wasn't where it should be. And I was just sick of it. I was sick of grinding away for nothing, paying wages.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't making any real money. I'd get a call, so-and-so broke the mixer, so-and-so smashed the window.
So where did the change come, Matt?
An angle grinder, cutting some steel and firing the spark.
Oh, my God. So where did the change come? What happened? How did it happen? Tell us.
I think it was a bit of a conscious thing. Obviously, the In My Yard thing sort of comes into the mix, really, at this point. Obviously, discussing things sort of 2-3 years ago, we sort of made a decision that a lot of these people had to go, and we were going to scale it down and sort of get the quality back and go job to job again, rather than sort of running 2 or 3 at the same time. And therefore, in the background, we knew that we were going to be building the website, so we were going to be juggling those 2 projects, which we've done fairly successfully to a degree. Obviously, we know COVID threw a bit of a spanner in the works in some respects, but the landscaping business has chugged along. The In My Yard has sort of slowly come together, and we've cut adrift the dead wood, if you like.
Brilliant, and that's what
the large levels of stress.
Well, that's what you have to do when you're running a business. You just can't carry things, can you? Look, Clive, it's great. I'd love to sort of sometime in the future come down and see you guys and try and let's see if we without a doubt, we won't try. We will help your business. We will help In My Yard. I'm going to be posting and sharing about it a little bit more, talking about it, because there's a benefit in there for everyone. And just want to say thank you this morning for joining. So just can you give us the domain, the web address for In My Yard?
Yeah, so it's inmyyard.co.uk.
Okay.
So check it out, guys. Love to know what you think. As I said, the great thing is there's a free option, so make use of it. And also it means you can log on and test out the website, get a feel for it. So, yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. Listen, I'd love to keep you, Matt, I'd love to keep you. Is there anything you want to say? Sorry.
No, so I was just going to chip in to say that obviously this is a brand new platform. So, don't expect to sell everything day one. We do need to get some numbers on there and get more of a community, that you've got people sort of throwing different bits and pieces around at each other and sort of the buying and selling. So,
absolutely.
Don't expect it all to happen day one.
Well, look, you're getting a positive feedback on the comments on here already. So it's in my yard. It's Matt and Clive from Buds down there in Guildford Way. Hey, guys, take care. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it.
All the best, fella.
You take care. Be lucky. Bye-bye.
Yeah, you too. Have a good one.
Bye, guys. Well, there you go. There's Matt and Clive from Buds Landscaping. They got a business now called In My Yard, and it's to help the landscaping community. I think we've got another caller coming in soon, so I had to cut those guys short. It's a hectic morning this morning. We have got, here we go, on cue. Hello.
Hey, John.
Hi, I know it is. It's Neal Horton.
How are you doing?
Great, Neil. We've got 26 live viewers. We've just had Matt and Clive Drummond from Buds Landscape in Guildford telling us a little bit about their new business. But Neil, how are you this morning on this wonderful, bright, crisp, sunny day?
Well, it's not where I am. I'm in Leicestershire, but I've just put my paintbrush down. I'm painting some furniture, so I'm actually pleased to be having the break, if I'm honest.
Oh, fantastic! I hope your good lady makes you a nice cup of tea.
Yeah, absolutely.
Neil, thanks this morning for joining on this this live stream. It's a bit different from Facebook, and I just want to get the information out there. I want to share with the landscaping community about people like yourself and what you do. So can you just explain who you are and what you do?
Yeah, sure. So my name's Neal Horton. I'm the sales director at BSW Timber, and we are the largest sawmilling and forest products company in the UK. And my role in the company is to look after the growing sales with a team of talented salespeople, and we sell these products through the likes of the national builders merchants. So people like Jewson's, Travis Perkins, Selco, Wicks, and also, I should say, we also sell our products through a multitude of independent merchants as well.
Oh, that's a lot of merchants, Neil, isn't
it? Well, there's a lot of capacity there, John. We're selling, harvesting, cutting probably just over 900,000 cubic meters of timber products every year, over 35,000 truckloads trundling to builders merchants right the way across the country.
That's incredible. How have you managed during this COVID and the lack of, I think, transport at some point that's been?
Yeah, so it's been a huge challenge. If you look back to last year, when we actually entered into the April lockdown, most of the customer base closed down in accordance with the government's request. We were allowed to continue to produce in a small way to support critical industry like the pallet and packaging industries. Of course, you can't move anything in the UK if it doesn't come on a pallet, and so there was a need for timber to be and supplied into that industry, but also into a number of the national and independent merchants that remained open to service critical infrastructure projects as well. So that was April, and in May people started to come back, but it was a very disjointed return to work, and a lot of the transport network were some way behind unfurloughing their workforces, and so transport was actually quite tight in the early months. But since then, it has gone mad in terms of the demand. Initially, it was fueled by the retail spend coming from a furloughed workforce across the UK, who actually were having a crack at improving their lot at home and doing home improvements in their back gardens. So in sort of the April, May and June of last year, we saw a huge increase in landscaping and garden products being purchased. So yes, it's been a very interesting year, and that demand certainly hasn't stopped.
Neal, can I just ask? I know we're going to talk about a few other things, and it's always fascinating talking to you. But when you said that there was this huge increase in the garden industry, you know, I know COVID happened, but did you like expect? Did you expect it to decline or increase like it's done? Were you prepared for it?
No, not by a country mile.
Right.
I don't think anybody could have fully understood the impact of the lockdown, first of all, and what it would do to business, other than that it would be catastrophic. But I don't think anybody could have seen the massive rebound that we've experienced in terms of demand for timber products, both landscaping, but also in general. And the result of that is that there was very little stock sitting in the supply chain when we came back. And so ever since then, and bear in mind we're into the March of the following year, but we still have yet to catch up in terms of full stock replenishment back into the supply chain. So it's been a real challenge. And no, we didn't and couldn't have foreseen the demand being as high as it is.
Right. So were there challenges that are still a problem now as a result of this influx of more requirements?
There are actually. I mean, it continues to be the case, and I'm sure that for any of you listeners who have businesses, COVID has played a part in terms of workers who have had to self-isolate or have actually become ill with COVID. And of course, you don't know from one week to the next, despite taking the proper guidance and precautions within the factories that we have, you can't stop people coming into contact at home or outside of work. And of course, the impact of that is that they're then unable to report for work the following day. So we've had challenges from COVID, but then the other thing, which has been a tremendous challenge to us, up in Scotland, where most of the forests are that we harvest from, is of course the weather. And we've all seen some snow, but up in the north, it's been pretty terrible. You know, we've been trying to harvest trees from the forests under a foot or so of snow, and that's made supply of roundwood logs that we cut really inconsistent, and it's been a challenge to secure the raw material that we need to cut into the timber that you need.
Yeah, so you're really being hit. It's like being hit from a barrage coming from everywhere, isn't it? By the sounds of it.
It is, yeah. It's fun and games, to say the least.
Look, Neal, look, I don't want to keep you too long, but it's always fascinating talking to you, sir. And I just let you know, I am clean shaven this morning. I feel as if I'm on a muster parade in the military, arriving there and being inspected. So I'm on the ball this morning. Look, we've met, and now we're trying to help a landscaping community. And can you just explain to our viewers how we are helping that landscaping community with the installer scheme?
Yes. I suppose to understand why it is that we have an improved installer scheme, or should I say are about to launch an improved, an accredited installer scheme.
Okay, yeah.
You have to look back at the way that our business has grown and diversified. We've bought support businesses that bring new products that we didn't and don't currently make. We've been out and acquired new businesses, and we've also continually looking to innovate and bring new products to market. And in recent times, specifically in this instance, geared to decking, the biggest market share in the decking market is undoubtedly timber decking, and that comes in relatively few forms. Timber decking, it's a lot of it is softwood. There are hardwoods available as well, and the decking that we produce is castellated on the top surface, which is very traditional, and also it comes in typically a green high pressure treated shade. And what we have seen is that whilst that continues to take by far the largest market share, we have seen other businesses bringing new products to market, and a classic of that is composite deck.
Right. Okay.
That has been growing in market share consistently. The vast majority of it comes in from China, but elsewhere in Europe as well. And we could see that this product was growing in popularity, and in part it was due to the fact that it offers customers a low maintenance solution. So we were very fortunate to be able to acquire a business that manufactures composite decking here in the UK.
Right.
You might ask, why would a timber company be going into composite decking? But it might interest you to know that, believe it or not, in composite decking, 60% of the raw material is actually wood.
Yeah.
And it's wood flour that we grind up and use in the production process. But anyway, we got ourselves into composite decking and have been growing market share of that product ever since. And especially, you were asking me about COVID last year and this. One of the beauties of our Alchemy composite decking is that, being made here in the UK, we haven't been struck by the vagaries of trying to bring it in from abroad and all of the challenges that Brexit is bringing, as well as COVID. So it's here in the UK, it's selling very well, and so we've been very successful in that product's growth. But what we found was that when contractors were buying the product, and I say this, it wasn't everybody, but what we found was that as we took feedback on the product, there were a number of questions coming into us about the product and the way that it was fitted.
Right.
We were being asked to visit site where projects had actually gone wrong, and when we would get there, we were able to identify very quickly that the key problem was the way that it was being fitted, because
bad installation then, basically.
Bad installation.
Okay.
And why was that? Well, because wood plastic composites are not the same as timber decking.
No.
They're produced very differently. They have different strength characteristics. And despite printing very concise fitting instructions that went out in every pack, as an industry, we are very traditional, and when we know how to do something, when we talk about timber decking, I think we apply that knowledge and apply that to composite decking, and that's where the problems began. So from this, we thought it would be a great idea if we could actually establish a number of contractors who were trained and were conversant with the idiosyncrasies of composite decking. And what we would have liked to do then is to launch a scheme that would enable us to help the end user find an installer that was competent in its fitting.
That's a big undertaking to do as well, isn't it?
Well, it is. It is, and at the beginning, the question was, well, how do you start about going about launching such a scheme? But of course, I mentioned earlier, we are fundamentally a timber business, and we're producing the sleepers, the feather edge boards, the posts that you see on the shelves in all of the builders merchants across the UK. We're doing a very significant proportion of that, and we've also launched new timber decking products as well. And it was at that point that we said, why would you restrict such a scheme to just wood composite? Actually, what we should do is launch a BSW timber approved installer scheme for landscape gardeners who are multi-talented or multi-skilled, because when you think about the work that you do, John, you're involved in all manner of different skill sets when you're planning out a garden for a client, whether it's fitting
absolutely, Neil, yeah,
porcelain and on and on.
So you're bringing some proficiency to the landscapers out there and allow them to being part of a community and a structure, a network as well, aren't you?
Yeah. So absolutely. So the plan is, and we are launching right now. But the plan is that we wanted to bring a scheme that was totally focused on timber products.
Right.
There are a number of approved installer schemes already in existence, but these are almost exclusively geared to the heavy side part of landscaping, your pavias and that sort of thing. And to my knowledge, there is nothing like this in the UK that will extol the virtues of landscapers who have skill sets in timber and landscaping products generally. So what we're looking for is we're looking for good quality landscape gardeners that would like to join our approved installer scheme to enable customers to visit us and be able to see in their area somebody that they can then trust, because they'll be accredited by BSW Timber and feel confident that the job that they're going to get is a good one.
Okay, so I think it's absolutely wonderful. So part of this scheme as well is to understand the products, not just about the decking, the Iro board, the alchemy. It's also more about the sleepers and the feather edge board and like your incised 4x4 post, because they incise the post now to get the treatment down a lot deeper, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we as an industry, we continually evolve, and new technologies are being brought in all the time. And what you're referring to there is a change in the way that we treat our timber posts and sleepers, to enable us to provide the end user with a minimum 15-year warranty where timbers are coming into ground contact. And the way we do that is by putting a series of strategic incisions into every face of the post or sleeper, and these incisions, a bit like stabbing the face with a Stanley blade, very, very thin but very precise incisions. And what this enables is when we put it into the treatment tank, it enables us to force the preservative water-based chemicals deeper into the core of the timber. And by getting that deeper penetration, we're able to warrant the post against rot for 15 years.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely fantastic. So really, one of the push behind this scheme is about product knowledge, understanding it, and how to install it. Can you just tell us if a budding landscaper who's really on that road, young lad, entrepreneurial, good landscaper, and he wants to be part of a scheme because he wants some integrity and show his client base, how good he is. What does he have to do, and where would he go, Neil?
Okay, so basically, it's as simple as visiting our website in the first instance. I'll give you it's BS. If you just punch in bsw.co.uk installers/sign up. That'll take you there, and it takes you into the BSW website where you can sort of have a look around at the different products that we do, etc. But also there is a specific page on there for landscape gardeners to sign up. Now, it's not just as simple as putting your name in, because the scheme has to have value and integrity.
Yes.
So in order to become an approved installer, there are a series of hurdles to overcome to help us all to understand the quality of work that you do, and the skill sets that you have. And also we need to make sure that the customers that you have done projects for in the past are satisfied with the work that you're doing.
Yeah, they have to meet a criteria, don't they? And they have to reach a professional standard, don't they?
Yes. So the fact that a company has members within it that are younger or entrepreneurial, we would very much welcome that. But actually, age isn't about it. We're looking for experience as well, and it's also fair to say that it's not that the installer has to have or know every single thing, because at BSW, part of the scheme is that we will help to train the landscape gardeners in the products that we produce.
Okay.
So that when it comes to landscape design, they can select carefully the components that they need to be able to produce a first-class job.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's an educational element as well as a supporting element in terms of us being able to recommend them to the retail public.
That's absolutely magic, Neil. I think it's absolutely wonderful when a manufacturers like you guys and suppliers actually want to engage with the landscaping community, because I think that you're definitely valuing these landscapers. These landscapers feel, for many years, they feel undervalued, and when companies like yourself engage with them, I tell you what, it's a massive boost. I got to ask though, would I be allowed on the scheme?
Well, it was touch and go, John, but the great news is that actually you are the very first accredited landscape company to have signed it. So I should actually be saying congratulations, but we know that there'll be many more joining you over the course of the next 12 months.
Well,
I should also just very quickly say that whilst it is an aspiration of ours to have quite a large number of landscape gardeners, to give us the geographical spread, obviously across the UK, we're in no rush. The most important thing is a steady growth of quality landscape gardeners, because that way it instills confidence.
Yeah, it's about quality, not necessarily the quantity, and it's not about chasing the dollar, is it? It's about producing something that has value, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. As another landscape gardener said, I don't want just everybody or anybody to be able to join, because actually, if that's the case and you will take all comers, then actually my work will be devalued because of somebody else's poor quality.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, it's a very good point. It has to have value being part of the BSW accredited installed scheme.
Well, look, Neil, I'm going to be getting I'll get the links up on this video this week after this video goes out when we post it. Just want to say massive thank you, as per usual, taking your time up on a Saturday to join the live stream. Really appreciate it. But you can get back to your painting. Thank you, Neil.
Yeah, I'll just say, great pleasure, and thanks for having me on, and thanks for the break. But the whip is being cracked as I speak. I better get back to it.
Okay, Neil. Take care. Be safe, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye.
Thanks, John. Bye.
Well, there you go. Absolutely fantastic. It's great to still see people on here. Dean Evans, good to see you. Johnny Boy, well done. Lee Andy. We've got the installer scheme with BSW. I'm the first accredited installers, but we did meet the criteria. It's absolutely fantastic when you actually, absolutely, it's great when you have like companies like BSW who actually want to engage with the landscaping community. Excuse me. We're changing the face and the thought process of this. At last, there is a company that is valuing us landscapers, and that's what it's about. You know, every week we're going to go live with these podcasts on a regular basis. I'm going to try and produce more great vlog, mate. Thanks for the effort, John. John, I don't think we're even finished yet, because I think we've got another caller coming in very soon. It's all gone very well this morning. We had Matt and Clive, but it was great to Neal Horton. I'd say now, when you actually meet this guy, he's so very professional, so very well structured, and what he says carries a lot of weight, and I really believe in everything he says. And it's good that, like I said, that he wants to get involved and to start a new installer scheme about all their products, not just about the composites and not just about the decking system. I think they've deleted the In My Yard link, John. You can find us on social media through. We'll do some videos soon. Clive, we'll get that out there, no problem at all. I was hoping to get. I'll tell you what it was. I was going to get Dudley on here, a gentleman called Dud, and he hasn't phoned yet. Let's just see if it just comes in. But look, it's great having Neal on here. He took his break because he was doing some painting on a Saturday to join. But look, why can't we do these things? You know, it never stops for me. It never stops for me and Alison with our business. You know, it's 24/7 without a shadow of a doubt. We're here. It's like a lot of businesses across the country. Our offices are in our home, and we take our work home, and we do. Here we go. Here's another one. Hello.
Hey, Johnyboy, it's Dudley.
Dudley, just to inform you, thank you very much for calling. You are live on the Saturday morning podcast with Johnyboy. How are you, Dudley?
I'm good, my friend. How are you?
Brilliant, Dad. It's always good to hear. Just to let you know, we've had Neal Horton, the national sales manager from BSW, just joined us now, and he just announced live on air of our new installer scheme. And we had Matt Court and Clive Drummond also from Bud's Landscaping, and they got a company called In My Yard, which they may want to focus your products, Dad. Dad, thanks for joining. Tell us about who you are and what you've got and what you sell, basically.
Yeah. Okay. So I represent a company called Maxrete, and we sell a bagged concrete mix, and essentially it's different because we use advanced materials, and that allows us to reduce the weight of the bag by 50%. So essentially, a normal sort of Postcrete bag that weighs 20 kilograms, we can produce exactly the same material and a stronger, better product that weighs 10 kilograms.
Right. So in comparison to a 20 kilogram bag, you can produce a product that can do the same job in a 10 kilogram bag.
Absolutely. And in fact, our concrete, it's better than the competition as well, because we stick by strength rating. So we can produce a Postcrete that's 10 newtons strong, and our multi-purpose concrete is 28 newtons strong. Whereas most of the competition, like Hanson's or Blue Circle, for the Postcrete, they don't even give a strength reference.
Right. Okay. Is there any reason why they don't give a straight strength?
Yes. I mean, it's essentially the traditionally Postcrete is what they use. It's kind of the dregs.
Right.
So they use any old sort of rubbish to put in their bags. As long as it goes off and it's hard, they do it. They don't really go to any efforts to give it, a good reading or make a consistent product.
So,
and essentially that's why it's so cheap as well in a lot of places, because there's no consistency.
So just for our viewers now, you're producing a product which is a rapid set Postcrete product, isn't it?
Yeah, we do too. We do a rapid set Postcrete, which is essentially it's just concrete but quick setting.
Right.
We do the normal multi-purpose, which is 28 Newton strength, which is good for any normal concrete needs.
Right.
Again,
Okay.
the main benefit is our bags, our concrete is half the weight of normal concrete, so it's obviously a lot easier to handle and manoeuvre, but also you can double the carrying capacity in your vans, so you can carry twice the volume of concrete than you normally would,
and do the job in the same way as any other product, but like half the weight and taking the strain off the back, I suppose, isn't it?
That's the key thing. It's like do you want to pick a bag up that weighs 10 kilograms or 20 kilograms to do exactly the same job and do it repeatedly?
When you said your product was advanced, Dudley, in what way? Is it because of the lightweight product that you're actually using? Is that part of the advancement?
Yeah.
And the Newton, just for our viewers, the Newton strength of concrete is measured in newtons, isn't it?
Exactly. It's newtons per square millimetre. Exactly. So it's 10 newtons per square per square millimetre that we do. But yes, the reason we can save the weight is that we use kind of expensive materials, let's say. But the main weight saving is we don't use gravel in the same way that normal products are. We use an expanded clay.
Right.
And this concrete it's exactly the same concrete that we sell to the main sort of RMC companies that provide concrete for tall buildings in London.
Right, okay.
So every skyscraper in London will be using lightweight concrete to save weight. And we've just decided that we can sell it to people in bags because it will make life a lot easier, and you can do jobs quicker, faster, more efficient, and save your back.
And it doesn't diminish the integrity because it's a lightweight product, because that's one thing that these guys, they presume that with strength it becomes weight, but it's not necessarily the case, is it?
No, exactly, and that's why I'm quite keen to talk about the actual quality of the product at the end. It's stronger than any other product that's available. So that the product that you get is as good as you can get, and it's half the weight.
That's fine. Well, I've had it and I've used it. I think it's absolutely wonderful, and I just couldn't get my head around it initially. I just didn't. You know what it's like. You have a lot of things going on a day-to-day basis, and we see all these products out there, Dudley, and you've got to get your head around it. And we need to keep repeating this story so our members and the viewers start learning about this. But tell us a little bit about price. How does it compare in price, though, Dud?
Okay, so essentially the price for the multi-purpose concrete is very competitive. So it's £4.60 a bag.
£4.60 a bag.
Yeah. So most concretes are around about that mark. The Postcrete is exactly the same price. That is, to be fair, as I say, because Postcrete is the dregs normally, you can get Postcrete that's cheaper, but again, you won't get the quality.
So just can we clarify then? So what we got? We got £4.60 a bag, and what size?
What size? So that will be the normal size bag. So it's a 10-litre bag, but it's exactly the same as every other one's 20 kilogram bag.
Right, because of the volume.
Yeah, exactly. It's a bit confusing because essentially we measure it in litres, but no one in this country knows about litres, so we still stick with a weight measurement. So normally you'd buy Postcrete in 20 kilogram bags and probably multi-purpose in 25 kilogram bags. So
got one. Somebody just commented. So would that be the equivalent to a 25 kilogram bag?
Yes, exactly that. So that's the point. So our bags for Postcrete, they're 10 kilograms, which are the same as everyone else's 20 kilograms. And our multi-purpose is 12.5 kilograms, which is the same as everyone else's 25 kilograms.
Right. It sounds like a no-brainer then, really, doesn't it, to your product, really?
I would hope so. I mean, essentially, everyone that we've had give us feedback, it's kind of like once you've used it, there's no way you'd go back, because it's just so easy to use, and it's half the weight. So why would you use anything else apart from saving a few pennies? But what's a few pennies at the end of the day when you have to carry 20 bags to your job instead of doing the job that this can?
John Ward says density is what matters, though. So we'll only know until we use it, I think.
The density is so it's kilograms per cubic meter. So normal concrete is around about 2,400, and ours comes in about 1,800, and that's because of the lightweight nature.
Right.
But the strength is really what you're looking for at the end of the day, because it's concrete. So as I say, our multi-purpose concrete is as strong as anyone else's, unless you're buying 40 newtons. Well, extra strong concrete.
We've got looks like it. We've got an independent builders merchant on here, Craig. I think it's Craig. I can't see. I haven't got my glasses on at the moment. But if they wanted to stock your product, how would they get hold of you? Is there a web address or a telephone number?
Yeah, absolutely. You can buy it direct from ourselves. The website is Maxrete, MAXRETE. .co.uk.
Maxrete.
Exactly. You buy it straight from us. You can buy it from the website, and we can deliver next day anywhere in the country. So
www.maxrete.co.uk, and you can get it. How soon could they get it? Say, for instance, I put an order in for a pallet of this on Monday morning. When would it arrive? And I'm in Newport, South Wales.
You could get it Tuesday. It would be. We could do it if there's a bit of a slight extra cost if you wanted it a guaranteed time. But what we normally do is next day, any time between 9 and 5.
Well, it looks like he's writing it down now. Craig Demon's going to contact you soon. Next day delivery sounds good. How important is delivery when you're supplying a service to these people, Dudley? How important is it for you to make sure that you get your products out when you say, and if there's a problem, what do you do to sort of answer those needs for those customers and let them know and keep them informed of where their product is?
Oh, absolutely. What you know as well as anyone, it's about getting your products at the right time at the right place. You don't want it delivered early. You don't want it delivered late. It's got to arrive when you want to use it. So, we use for bulk orders, we use palletways, and I can honestly say I can't remember the last time that they went wrong on an order. So, As I say, if you order, we'll guarantee it next day between 9 and 5. And if you want it, say, before 10 or something like that, or an AM delivery, we can do that. It's about £10 more, something like that.
Okay. So Dean Evans says, what's the delivery prices? Sorry to put you on the spot now this morning, Dud.
To be fair, it depends where you are in the country. We deliver from Kent. So if you're in the Highlands, it could be quite pricey.
Right.
But most of the time, we actually, on our website, we've got a little filter that shaves some money off. But essentially, if you order a ton pallet, we deliver it for free.
Right. Okay. And the contractor's going to get through a ton quite quick, aren't they? So basically, for you viewers now that are watching this morning, what Dudley's saying, if you order a ton, you'll get the delivery free, isn't it?
Absolutely. And the good news is as well, if you go online and enter the code JB10, which is for you, they get 10% off.
There you go. So this is the benefit of this live feed is that you guys, if you put JB10, Johnyboy 10, JB10, you'll get 10% shaved off. That's
correct.
I really appreciate that, Dudley, and thank you for valuing our community. I just got to ask, how are things going for you at the moment?
Fantastic. Obviously, it's kind of strange times at the moment for everyone, but we're finding that as I say, as people are using this, the word's getting out, and as you say, it's kind of a no-brainer, really. If you've got a bag that's half the weight, why wouldn't you use it? And I think, especially with the first lockdown, there was supply problems with all sorts of concrete around the UK, so people were kind of desperate for anything they could get their hands on. So we're happy to say that we've got a really good supply chain that we can fulfil anything. So yeah, it's a good time for us. So we're really happy, and we just hope we can help you guys out, really.
Well, I think you can. I think that you're producing a brilliant product. I've used it. It goes off absolutely solid. You're delivering it the next day, and it's half the weight in comparison to some of your competitors. Yeah,
it's half the weight to anything that's on the market.
Absolutely brilliant. Dud, look, listen, I'm going to put all these details on this video very, very shortly after and I'm going to sort of talk about your product a little bit more, because I think it's a worthy product. But the most important thing that comes out of this is our relationship, that you want to value these guys in the landscaping business, and not just the construction business as well, not just the landscaping business. So we really appreciate you giving us that 10% discount. Thank you very much, Dud.
No problem. We see you guys as a core market for us. It really is. This is the community that should benefit the most from this product. So we just hope that people try it and take it on board. And if anyone's got any feedback, we're really keen to hear from them. Yeah, absolutely. I think it might be an idea to watch this live stream at a later date in the future. Don't get watching the weekend, especially when there's some good stuff on Netflix this weekend. So don't get watching me. So Dudley, thanks very much. Have you got a busy weekend now? Well, as ever, it's trying to walk, take some fresh air, see what the future has for us. So yeah, just stay healthy, stay safe. Hey, Dud, listen, it's been great audio with your phone. I don't know what you're using, but it's absolutely brilliant. It sounds like your product is super. Thanks very much for joining, Dud, and maybe we can get you here again in the future, and maybe come up and do a vlog with you as well in the near future. Yeah, that would be fantastic. Look, always happy to help, mate. You do a great job. We're really happy to be involved. Oh, you're a star. Thank you very much, Dudley. All the best. No problem. Take care, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye. Cheers, mate. Well, there you go. There's Dudley from Maxrete producing a product that's just as good as any of those other Postcrete products, but not so dense, not so heavy, but still has the strength. That product is being used in buildings in London and across the UK. So there's nothing wrong with it. It works perfectly. He says £4.60 for a 10-litre bag. Don't quote me on this. You heard it from him himself. Go to the website, which is www.maxrete.co.uk. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant that he's producing that product. And don't forget, mind, if you order a ton bag, it may be the case that you are a landscaper across the country and have colleagues, because of the community that we're actually building, and you have maybe 2 or 3 of you can join together and order a ton in one go, and then it becomes a little bit cheaper. And there is a JB10, Johnyboy 10 promo code. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I never even thought, never even imagined in a million years that we'd producing promo codes for you guys across the country. Without a shadow of doubt, it's adding up to quite a bit financially for everyone as collectively. If you think the promo codes that we're actually putting together is good, but we need to go a little bit further. We need to get a little bit more. I've been speaking to the guys at ITS. They are going to change the goodie bag, the promo code, and your little incentive for ordering with them. They're going to change that very soon, because I think Ben Dodds was up in Yorkshire there has had enough of all those mugs that he's having sent through. Look, just got to say thank you all for joining again on this live stream. Got a little bit longer today. I don't know what you guys actually think, whether having 3 guests on here was good, or whether it was too long. I don't know. I want your feedback. I welcome your feedback. Let's produce good dialogue. It's so important. And as I always say, if you can't say anything nice at all, just don't say it. Just be kind. Make a difference for everyone around you. And that's it. Saturday morning live is over. Have a great week. Don't forget to maintain your social distancing, and just be safe. Just be safe. It's as simple as that. See you soon. Grind on.